And welcome back. I'm been hanging out with my kelp plants here, letting them grow and letting them cook and keeping some lava going in the furnaces to generate more and more kelp blocks so we can keep building. So that's been working great. Um, but today I want to talk a little bit about progression in this game because there's some natural kind of checkpoints in progression with Minecraft. Obviously, I think one of the first big ones is going to the Nether. And then the next one I think might be finding, the first time you go to the Nether, you can find some Nether quartz and some glowstone, which kind of opens the door to making some new blocks like the observers and some of the other redstone things. The next thing is finding the Nether fortress, which opens up potions with the nether wart and also blaze rods, which allows you to make the Eyes of Ender. And once you have the Eyes of Ender, you can find the end. But before you can do that, you need a whole bunch of Ender pearls. And those are kind of hard to find because the Endermen are a rarer spawn. They're more rare than other spawns. And they kind of just zip around. You can't really chase after them. You can look at them, but you kind of have to be, in my opinion, kind of set up and ready to do that because they can be kind of tough. In order to do some farming of Enderman, I mentioned last time that I had a looting sword that I've misplaced, and I need to figure that out. The other thing I've sort of have been thinking about is this storage area it's nice for, I mean, it looks okay, and it certainly holds a lot, but having these item frames right on top of the chest, if you don't hit the edge of the chest, and in some cases it can be a little harder, you end up just rotating the block. You can see a few of them have been rotated just by me missing. And I'm not sure if I want to keep this forever. And I think that's something I have to figure out sooner rather than later, before I fill up all the chests and it becomes even more of a hassle to move them all. I have a few things in some of the chests, but not all of them filled. I should be looking for that looting sword also. I don't think I just dropped it in a random chest. I feel like I remember swapping something out for it. But yeah, I have to do a little searching around. So I think and I think the way you figure out whether you're ready for the end, the two things I think you need is an infinity bow, or at least a pretty powerful bow with enough arrows for the dragon fight. And I really like to have feather falling boots because you get knocked all around and do some falling off the tower sometimes. And I think that's kind of the bare minimum. And I think we're ready for the fight. You can wait and wait until you have all the potions. And I mean, I could be making some potions, but I think we're ready. You just have to find the end. So I'm going to do a little scavenger hunt, maybe go check in with the turtles down there and see if they have the sword and do a little tour. How's that sound? Sounds pretty good. Maybe I should sleep first. All right, I'll do that and get on the road. Okay, just woke up. First stop, turtles. Let's go say hi to them. They've been making more turtles. I guess I did come down and do some breeding, but they're getting crowded in there. Nope, not in that chest. I thought maybe I had left them down here. And maybe I'll take a quick little boat tour. I know I had another chest or two that I had left. Hello, fish. I'm not used to seeing those fish just hanging out. There's another chest over here. This polar bear hasn't been going anywhere. It doesn't seem like he can swim. Hope nobody's missing him. All right, nothing too exciting there. I guess I should grab all this wood. I think I was just emptying out my bags on a longer trip. Maybe the first time I found this place. So not there. And I guess the next step will be taking the Nether portal over to our home base. I'll go do that. And we are back at our initial base, home sweet home. You can tell maybe from the sound of the cows mooing gently in the distance. But I've searched through all these chests, still can't find the looting sword, but I did occur to me that still have all this enchanting stuff set up over here with all the books left over from the fishing farm. So what I did was I found sort of the perfect books: an unbreaking and sweeping edge, which means a sword will do damage in an area as like a big sweeping slice to a bunch of things in front of it. And a looting 3 book, that's the key, obviously. And then I wanted to make it as sharp as possible. You can actually go up to sharpness 5. And in order to do that, you need to combine books. So enchanting math is weird, though. In enchanting, adding 4 plus 4 does not get you 8. It gets you just up to the next rank. So when you add 2 of the same rank, if it's sharpness 1, it'll go up to sharpness 2. Sharpness 2s will go up to 3, and so on. So we get a sharpness 5 book out of that. Hopefully we will have enough levels to finish this off and make a diamond sword with all the good stuff that we want. Let's find out. That's 9, and then another 7 there. Will we have enough for the sharpness 5? Not quite. I need about 3 more levels, so no big deal. I wonder if I have enough of these untapped ores. What I could do is mine these up and see if I get enough experience out of these while I'm here. So maybe I'll do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I mined up a bunch of ore and didn't really get very many levels. For a good reason. The pick I was using was Fortune 3, and that also happens to be the one pick that I do have Mending on. So when you get experience, the priority is to go repair any gear that has Mending on it first, and then you start to accumulate the levels. So I'm still at level 8, but at least I got some ore out of the deal. And the other thing I've done while I'm over here is getting some of the other things that I'm very limited on. These ender pearls I was just mentioning, I only have 7 of them so far. And I also have the heart of the sea, and combined with a nautilus shell. Let me see if I can do this right here. Yeah, you can make conduits. So these are going to be really useful once I get some prismarine blocks. These are essentially underwater beacons that allow you to breathe water and move faster, and I think see better and just be a better mermaid, kind of mer person all around. So yeah, I'm excited to do that, and what I'm going to do is just put those back into the ender chest here, so that when I do get back to the base, the main base I think is the other place now. I don't know, I'm still feeling a little spread out, but those will be safe and sound in my ender chest. No matter where I go, the things in the ender chest will always be in the ender chest. So that's helpful. And yeah, the next thing I want to address is mending. I was just saying, this is the one thing that I have mending on. Really would love to get mending on this new sword that I'm building. And there is a village in the distance which has good news. And so what I have done is I've calculated the overworld coordinates, and I have calculated where the Nether Portal needs to be, and I have dug a tunnel to there. And so that's what I want to do next, is open up a portal to the villagers, and hopefully bring a villager back home with us. What do you think? And before I bring them back, of course, I will need to sort out a little bit more of a safe landing area once they do come through this Nether Portal. I still have this Nether Portal kind of up above the rest of the base. The idea being eventually I'm going to build a building kind of around this area, but I just haven't done that yet. But that's something, another thing on the list that needs to happen. Need to make a little bit more of a more permanent landing area for the Nether Portal. But I'm just here to get some of the obsidian that we'll need, and then we will go and create the portal. Okay, here we are. We were looking for 159 and minus 65. By now, I think you probably know where I'm looking at the coordinates there, the XYZ. 159 and at 120 altitude, height, which doesn't really matter too much. And then minus 65. So we're ready to go and make this, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Make this nether portal. and hopefully we'll be right next to the village. It's been working out pretty well so far. I don't anticipate any danger, but the one thing you have to be careful about when you get near villages when you're first starting out is zombies love them some villager flesh. Oh wow, look at this. I'm like right in the middle of the village. Yeah, they love villagers, so you want to make sure that you're not here at night when all the monsters start coming out. You want to be, well, you either want to make sure you have walled off the entire village and have it well lit on the inside so that you don't get any more monster spawns on the inside, or you just want to clear out of here altogether, get it unloaded so that no monsters will be spawning. You got to keep your villagers safe. And I did some exploring over here, and you can see what I've done here. Speaking of keeping villagers safe, there's a very important guy here. Put him in a boat, and then I gave him a little house around his boat. But you know, how many enchantments are there for armor and weapons and bows and tools and all that? There must be dozens. And check out this librarian. Boom. First trade is Mending, which is hands down the most important enchantment in the game. I think maybe more than looting, more than unbreaking, Mending really has changed the game, where you don't need to have a constant supply of diamonds to keep playing the game. You can just have Mending on your tools, and like I said, as long as you don't die, you're good to go for a long time. I'm pretty sure I have cleared out this place of all the good stuff. Maybe I haven't gotten carrots yet. I don't have a carrot farm going. Let me just double check. Whenever I see a blacksmith, I'm always thinking, you know, maybe there's something good hiding up here. I'm fairly certain I've done this exploring before. Oops, fail. I'm sneaking rather than sprinting. There we go. Have I? Oh yeah, of course I did. I came in this way. So yeah, I've done some exploring here, but now we have a Nether portal right on top of their house. I hope they don't mind. I'd be kind of offended if, you know, somebody just came along and built a Nether portal on my roof. I would have words with them. But luckily the villagers are all very peaceful and pretty mellow. They just make those sound. So I should get rid of this cactus. Villagers are not quite smart enough to stay away from cactuses, so you can help your villagers out also by getting rid of some cactus. So anyway, that's mission accomplished. Have that, and I have this guy here. I just have to figure out how to get him from there up to the Nether portal, down the hallway, and then, as I said, I need to make another, make a more welcoming entrance room for the Nether portal coming back to our main base. So, but yeah, I'm glad we got that done, and yeah, I'll leave it there for now. And we are back home after going and connecting that the Nether tunnel to the village with Mending, which is great. Also, I mentioned earlier that I was not so satisfied with the way this storage area was set up. So I've kind of sketched out, I think, what the new layout is going to be, which will give me 2 corners of each chest to click on. So I'm going to make stacks of these in sort of the same way as I did this, but just kind of back a little bit. Maybe work on the floor a little bit up there. Then another update on the way home from the village, I stopped off at the Nether Fortress and very quickly got the levels I needed to add that sharpness 5 to my harvest blade here. So I'm good to go for some ender pearl hunting. And yeah, I think getting that villager back here is going to be great once I do that. And yeah, things are rolling. I'm gonna sort of work on some infrastructure here, getting the building a little bit more looking like a building rather than just a campsite on top of a mountain. And I'm going to leave it there. But I hope you guys had a wonderful day, early release day. So that's hopefully kind of nice. And I'll go to sleep, and I will say goodnight to you, and I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.